Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the BTS Americas presented by Squarespace. Thank you so much for joining us. It is the semifinals of best of three series between two of the top teams in North America currently. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Maut. I'm here alone today, believe it or not. The unfortunate reason why is that Dakota, Kyle Guy's internet is currently down. He's working on a solution. Hopefully he'll be here for game number 2 at the very least. Maybe if we go game number 3 as well, he'll be here for that one. So pray for his internet. I'm here solo currently, and that may change, hopefully, next game. But it is, of course, this best of 3 series, and I am alone for the time being. So, again, my name is Maut. We're into the semifinals here for BTS Americas presented by Squarespace. Very excited to be bringing you this action. Champions of Summer's Rift going up against Complexity Gaming. As I mentioned, I think these are two of the top teams currently in North America. Their play has been absolutely outstanding. You go back to the TI5 qualifiers, and I don't think any team or any personality, any player really had Complexity pegged to take that top slot and make it to TI through the North American qualifiers, the American qualifiers. But nonetheless, they had a great time. They crushed the TI qualifiers. And I think a lot of that was, you know, their roster changes recently. Adding Ziz, which of course that happened a while ago. Fly, whose Rubik play has been absolutely outstanding. I mean, pretty much any hero that he plays, any support hero has been absolutely fantastic. And then adding Moonmander back into the fray. So that's been something that I think has been really, really important for Complexity and how well they've been playing recently. On the other side of things, you have Champions of Summer's Rift, a team that is, I think, starting to hit their stride. They added IX Mike, they added Yuar. Yuar, of course, the brother of Sumail, and he's a top-tier player in his own right. And then, of course, having the core roster of Demon, Whitebeard, and Brax. Brax's play in the year 2014 and 2015 has been absolutely amazing. And so we'll see where they go from there. With that being said, we are going to jump into the draft. I do want to take a quick second to show the bracket because, again, we are in the semifinals. This is, of course, the best of 3 between Summer's Rift as well as Complexity. On the other side, you have Archon versus Root Gaming, which should also shape up to be quite the amazing series. And, of course, that'll be tomorrow. Hopefully, with internet issues fixed, everything of that nature taken care of. Complexity start off their draft going with the Bounty Hunter, Queen of Pain, Darkseer. For Complexity, really the great run they've had recently, I think a lot of that has to do with, again, I talked a lot about Fly and his support play, but pretty much getting whatever Swindle's comfortable with, which is usually either Leshrac, which they've picked in a numerous amount of games recently. Dragonite has been really important for them as well for Swindle. And then, of course, Queen of Pain, which is the top mid-hero of this patch. Pretty much loses to absolutely no one in lane. Can have a dominating performance and then snowball out of control. It's very difficult to deal with that hero early on in the game. You come for a gank at the Queen of Pain, you're expected to get results, and 9 times out of 10 you will. A hero that we don't see very often, however, is Darkseer. And which is actually kind of interesting. This hero, if you remember at the beginning of this patch, everyone picked this hero. It was picked in almost every tournament for good reason. Darkseer was crushing. And then people just realized, wow, Tusk is actually an amazing hero. And so Darkseer, Clockwork, even Centaur, Tidehunter, who's not particularly good right now, but still is an okay offlaner, those heroes fell by the wayside. And suddenly, Tusk was the #1 pickup. And the teams are realizing, oh shit, this hero is actually really good. We should ban him out from now on until the end of this draft, or rather the end of this patch. So Tusk is not going to be played too much anymore, I think, is that every team is realizing this hero is too good, and they'll get him out of the pool. Bounty Hunter is another one of those heroes that usually gets banned out, but Summer's Rift won't go for the Bounty Hunter ban. They instead try to maybe grab a Sentry for their mid laner, which at this point is looking like Alina. Naga Siren support with a Disruptor. Could go for like an aggro dueling with another hero with a Naga Siren, which we see very often. Could go for an aggro Trellin, although with Disruptor it's not that great. Anti-Mage has been very popular, but that's currently banned out by Summer's Rift. Maybe going for PL on the Dire side. We'll see what they go for. Complexity go for the Gyrocopter for Ziz, more than likely. So aggressive is the name of the game for Complexity. They want to be fighting, and they want to be fighting early. We'll see how that does pan out. All right. Looks like we're in No big issues on my end so far. I do want to apologize. I kind of just got the setup a couple of minutes before we went live, so hopefully everything's looking good. The stream's looking good. It's not 60 FPS, unfortunately, but hopefully you guys enjoy it. As I said, some internet issues abound. Last pick for Summer's Rift before the last ban phase. So like I said, Lena's probably going to be going mid. They could grab an offlaner or a safe laner here. I think PL is a good choice. He's pretty good against pretty much every single one of these heroes, maybe with the exception of Queen of Pain. Gyrocopter's pretty good against the PL as well, so I'm not sure if they do want to go for that late game kind of lineup. They go for the Clockwork first as their offlaner, and this is Mike's go-to hero. This is no surprise that they'll grab this hero. Mike has some questionable plays on many different heroes, but his Clockwork is above all solid. I've seen many games of IX Mike Clockwork, and he's been pretty modest about it too. He often thinks that even in games where he wins but doesn't perform the best, he thinks he's asked the hero, but his hook shots are fantastic. He's up there with the top of America's best Clockwork players, of course, with, you know, Bulba as well as Universe being the top two in my opinion. But they will grab that for him. He'll be heading to the off lane. He'll be against the Gyrocopter bounty hunter who will be roaming around, so he'll have an okay time, although Gyro gets close enough, Rocket Barrage is going to kill you. So Clockwork should have kind of a rough time. He won't be able to get a solo kill on the Gyrocopter. But get that level 6, start getting into fights. It is kind of hard to bring down the Queen of Pain with the Clockwork. That is one issue, is that it's really hard to lock this hero down. But that's why they have the Disruptor, to have the Static Storm. Make sure she can't blink away when the Static Storm is dumped on her. And then have the Clockwork initiate. Clockwork can also lock down the Darkseer pretty well. Iron Shell will do a lot of damage, but Clockwork should be able to burst him down pretty effectively. Dragonite ban coming out on the side of Summer's Rift. They think this is going to be Queen of Pain safe lane and then grab something mid for Swindlebones, which is actually kind of interesting because they could do like Gyrocopter aggressive. That doesn't really make much sense. I'm not sure why they picked the DK or banned the DK. Well, Complexity, they have one more pick left. We'll see what they go for. Rubik as their secondary support pickup. This is Fly's hero. You go back to the TI5 qualifiers. He stole Requiem. He stole pretty much every spell that was available to him, and he won a couple of games for his team on Rubik. Set up so many amazing kills. And I imagine Fly will be playing this one again. This leaves, I think, Z-Freak on the Bounty Hunter, Moonmander on the Darkseer, and that'll be Swindlemelon on the Queen of Pain mid lane. Summer's Rift, they have a last pick safe laner, more than likely. Unless this is a Naga Siren in a 1 position, which we very rarely see nowadays. I don't know. Skywrath Mage is their secondary support. Both teams no stranger to this hero. Z-Freak is, I think he still holds the record for kills on this hero. There's a slugfest in Dota 2 Canada Cup season like 4 or something, where he was on the Skywrath Mage up against Sneaky Nyx Assassins. Z-Freak is not a stranger to playing against this hero, but it looks like it'll be Demon playing the Skywrath Mage this time around. And that'll lead us into the game. Game number 1 coming in, of course, Champions of Summer's Rift versus Complexity Gaming. It is a best of 3 series, but it's single elimination. Whoever loses this best of 3 goes home. Whoever wins this one moves on to the grand finals to play up against either Archon or Root Gaming. Obviously very important. We're getting down to crunch time. Best of 3s until we reach the grand finals. And then that grand finals is best of 5 for BTS Americas presented by Squarespace. So just waiting on Demon to grab his hero up. And then we'll jump into the game as soon as possible. There we go. Let me get rid of this draft overlay real quick. Boom. We are in, ladies and gentlemen. Complexity versus Summer's Rift. 5-man aggression towards that top lane for Complexity. Orb of Venom start for Z-Freak on the Bounty Hunter. We've seen a lot of different playstyles with the Bounty Hunter recently. Not today. Most notably not going for the early Orb of Venom, but this is something we see on generally every Bounty Hunter support pickup, is that Orb of Venom. It's so good for harassing early on in the game. God, Ziz, can you not do that? Everyone's been spamming out this duo barrel roll bullshit, and it's just been super annoying, but Ziz continues to push my buttons. Moon will lead the way here for the Darkseer. On the other side, 5-man aggression into their own jungle, but leading the way out front is Yawar, who is going to be on that 1 position Naga Siren. This is not something we see very often. Naga is pretty good early on for aggression. Riptide doing a decent chunk of damage. Then on top of that, you have the Skywrath Mage as well as the Disruptor. Should provide a lot of early game damage here if they decide to go for something like an aggro tri-lane, which I don't believe they will. They will have this roaming bounty hunter, might stay top for a bit with Moon Meander, but it looks like for now, they'll just rotate down towards that top rune spot, throw up an observer ward here, block this creep camp, get some vision as well, and go from there. And then on the other side, down bottom at the bottom rune spot already is Mike, and he's going to be holding off this bottom rune contention. It looks like top will go the way of complexity. Brax is not skilled anything up yet. He's running in. There's a lot of heroes. Telekinesis, Shadow Strike, Brax is just dead. And they even get the bounty rune as well. Did not see Z-Freak, obviously. He came right out of Invis early on, and he was not expecting that many heroes. But then Fly just hits an easy Telekinesis, and that's your first blood going the way of complexity. So, interesting start. Fly will body block for Swindle Melons. Swindle already getting that. Who did pick up the first blood? It was Rubik, so that's a huge pickup for the support player from complexity. You are top lane. Early ring of protection. He'll build that into an Aquila more than likely. And Z-Freak is just being a nuisance. Is there a single Sentry Ward? They have one on Brax. They already threw up the Shadow Strike, and Whitebeard is going to have to back away. Meanwhile, Z-Freak will continue to rotate around. He has his own Sentry Ward. With a Tango, this means that if Brax does place the Sentry down, they can walk in, throw up their own Sentry down, and just eat the Sentry with a Tango. We'll keep our eye on that mid lane as Z-Freak is roaming around, but we'll have to look at the other lanes as well and see how Mike's doing. 4 last hits. He's actually having a great time. Gyrocopter only sitting at 1, so Ziz not having a particularly good start here. Complexity, I'm almost positive boot camping. For Summer's Rift, I don't think so. So there is that lane advantage coming out for Complexity. And I'm sure they're your favorites coming into the series. Z-Freak. Roman. Demon's going to take a right click. Orb of Venom's gonna go. They for the Iron Shell to surge up as well. Demon is in trouble. Good concussive shot. Z-Freak actually in trouble. Riptide. They will get the kill in the end, but Z-Freak will trade his life away for it. Naga Siren does secure that kill, the return kill. Now rotating behind. Whitebeard maybe looking to throw up a glimpse on Moonmander, but they don't have enough damage yet, especially without Demon, to try to get this kill. Throw up the Thunderstrike first and foremost. Moon chasing him down. Iron Shell doing some work. Surge, not, oh, it is available, rather. Concussive Shot will go. Riptide as well. They want Whitebeard, but the Ensnare goes through at the perfect time. They still will find Whitebeard. He doesn't go far enough away, and Moon does end up falling, but it is a support for a core trade at the end, and you are getting involved, but he's very low. Do they have a salve? Hold that thought. Z-Freak coming in. The Janata slow plus the Orb of Venom should be enough, and that last range right click from Z-Freak on a bounty hunter secures the return kill again. Top lane's a goddamn bloodbath. Z-Freak secures that one. 13 last hits now for the Queen of Pain. And this is not unexpected. You see Quap in the mid lane. I don't care who she's going against. She should have an advantage early on, especially with what's been going on in terms of the laning and securing the early first blood.
Denied.
So he's having a pretty good time. Fly already has boots. And now Mike, who had a great start, is getting zoned out pretty effectively. He's level 3. What about Moonmander? He should probably be right there as well. In fact, he's level 4. So a lot of the trading is actually benefiting Moonmander. Roman on Brax. Blink. Shadow Strike first. LSA will hit, but here comes Z-Freak. The slow with Janata and Orb of Venom is ridiculous. Shriek and Toss will secure the kill. This should be an early level 6 for Z-Freak, but here comes the concussive shot. That shouldn't be enough damage. He'll stick up just to stay safe. An Arcane Bolt on Swindle Melons. He's got Blink. But he will eat up a tree, and he's going to use a Bottle Charge as well. And so Demon will try to go for the kill, but won't be successful in doing so. You are sitting at 14 last hits. Ziz sitting on 17. So a slow start turns into pretty decent pace here for the Gyrocopter. Rotation is mid. Brax back in the fray. He's died twice already. 4 minutes into the game and has 14 last hits. So they're going to have to make some space for him. Z-Freak is going to go ahead and just Shadow Walk up. Mander. This is going to get real obnoxious pretty soon for Summer's Rift. His Moon is going to start creep cutting if he's got enough room to do so. Z-Freak is going to find Demon, and Demon's going to have to use a concussive shot. It's just a lot of damage already from a level 3, level 4 bounty hunter. He even has an Invis rune if he needs to pop it. Brax is going to come nearby. He's getting ready to use his Light Strike Array. Doesn't want to use it yet. Iron Shell's still up. Demon's not going to get chased down. They have 3 heroes in this mid lane. Brax is actually rotated out of mid. Means he's not getting farm. Instead, they're going to find him. LSA's going to connect to Zephyr with the Iron Shell. Dragon Slave goes through. He tried to bottle. Ancient Seal comes up, but there's the Invis Rune. Last right click. Shadow Strike. He's bottling through it, and Zephyr will live. Hero Whitebeard might not be so lucky. Salve goes, but the last right click. Swindle blinks all the way up towards the high ground. Gets a double kill. And 3 are dead on the ground for Summer's Rift. Complexity are already off to a fast start. Not to mention, Ziz has yet to rotate. He's still level 5. He's getting free farm. This is just with 1 Bounty Hunter and the occasional rotation and from Moonmander. They're finding easy picks. It's disastrous. Brax has died 3 times.
Nuh-uh.
Summer's Rift have got to find something to get a hold of. And Complexity are just making it look easy. And this doesn't lend itself to Yawar's late game plans. He's a Naga Siren. You don't want to be fighting until 25, 30 minutes into the game, and even that's a little bit early. Maybe they go for a new build on Naga, try to get some sort of early fighting. I guess if you do get an early Radiance, you could probably just jump in, throw up a song, get your team in a good position to team fight. Your Radiance burn damage should deal enough damage to these squishier heroes that it should be fine. But that's still a ways away. He's only 28 last hits. He's got 500 gold. He bought a bottle. He's going to buy an Aquila, and then he'll work on getting a Radiance. So Yawar is still not anywhere near this either. And that's the difference between something like a Gyrocopter and a Naga Siren, is that Gyro hits level 6 and he's like, I'm out of here. See you later. I'm going top. And probably throws down a call down and finds a kill. He's level 6 now. He'll find Brax. There's a regen rune at the bottom rune spot. Brax will finally secure a rune for himself. Doesn't have boots yet, by the way. Still not level 6. So the Gyrocopter and the Safe Flynn already level 6, whereas Lena, not even close. Rotation's top from Z-Freak. They do have a Sentry Ward here. Sugoi Mi. That's a great name. Whitebeard. Z-Freak now out of the Sentry range, but Whitebeard, I'm sure, is spotting him close by, and they'll sit underneath the tower and try to stay safe. Whereas bottom lane, Fly sitting underneath an Observer Ward, which is really well placed. Brax still has that regen rune. Now he's going to have his level 6 ready to go with the Laguna Blade. Fly, no points into the null field just yet. On the backside, Demon here, Mike. No, just took that hook shot, but god damn, does he get blown up fast. Ancient Seal plus the Dragon Slave and LSA is more than enough to blow up that poor Rubik. It's not the highest value target in the world for Summer's Rift, but at least they get a kill. They're making some space for Yawar. Same ward placement for Z-Freak as it was previously. And we'll see Yawar grabbing the courier, Aquila now done, and now we see the Radiance build begin, I would imagine. Look at this. Look at this cheeky play. He knows the bottle crow is coming. He's got the Janata ready. Ah, dear lord. This courier's dead, I'm pretty sure. They have no speed boost. Z-Freak is waiting for it clearly. Throws up. Yeah, that's dead courier. That's the bottle down as well. Say goodbye to Yawar's farm. That's a huge pickup. Z-Freak with a nice courier kill. They're just making it so difficult at every turn for Summer's Rift. They can't grab a hold of anything. Either through kills, either through CS, either through rotations. Certainly no towers have been taken yet. And now they rotate 3 heroes up top, including Fly. And on the way is an Invis Swindle Mounds, which they did not see. There's no Observer Ward at the top rune spot for Summer's Rift. And they're looking to make a jump in. Easy dive. Z-Freak will cut the creep wave with Iron Shell. He decides against it. Swindle Mounds still getting ready to go. They'll find a couple of illusions. Yawar under the tree line. They do see Moonbander. Now Z-Freak looking. This song will go from Yawar. They're getting ready. And Whitebeard in trouble. Kinetic Field misses. Doesn't have the Static Storm. Here comes Ike's Mike. Call down's going to go. Ziz is rotated in. They blow up one. But huge cogs. LSA. Fly. Not dead yet. Walls on the ground. They need a Dragon Slave. Here comes Swindle. There's the Sonic Wave. Laguna gets used. Swindle out of mana. Hook shot from Mike. He just got it. Now Swindle in trouble. Blink up in 8 seconds. Grabs the kill with a Scream of Pain. Yawar out of mana. Now they're chasing after Brax. 3 dead on the dirt. 2 for Complexity. Brax in trouble. Shadow Strike taking him down. LSA will not connect. He's just trying to get further and deeper into the tree line. Buys his treads, and Ziz will clean him up with a Rocket Barrage. It does turn into a 3 for 2. At least Summer's Rift gets something to hang their hat on. But Complexity, again, they find the gold advantage, and they'll secure a tier 1 tower more than likely. Glyph will get popped. Pretty big engagement. Actually, 2 for 4 in the end. Brax does survive at the very least, which is fine. They lose 2 supports. Uar survives. He doesn't get anything out of that except for a little bit of experience. Could have been worse for Summer's Rift, I guess is how you'd put it. Smoke of Deceit. Now Mike level 8. Hook shot on cooldown for 8 seconds. Moonbander might get silenced up here. He will. Concussive shot's going to fly. Need to get that battery assault off. Good body blocks from Demon. Now they get the cogs. The surge is not there in time, and Moon is done so. Mike will secure the kill. More than likely. Actually, Demon getting that last right click, but a gank's a gank, and they get one done.
Good may begin.
The late game is there for Summer's Rift. Uar has been able to pull out games like this before. But Track is online now. There is a level 7 bounty hunter. He throws up another aggressive observer ward behind the tier 1 tower mid and in front of the tier 2 tower. They see you are. Doesn't have Song yet for another 60 seconds. He's only level 1. In fact, he's only level 7. Not the most experience coming up for an August Siren in that safe lane. Got plenty of farm. The creep waves were constantly under his tower at the very least, so he was able to get some CS, but still without his bottle. Meanwhile, Z-Freak is right next to you. Where the tide goes, doesn't connect. Mike and Moonbander going toe-to-toe. Battery assault, concussive shot. Mike maybe in some trouble. The Iron Shell doing some work, but there's the kinetic field. Stick charge. Mike sticks himself up as well. That was a lot closer than it probably should have been.
A little advice.
And Z-Freak is, I just think, waiting for this courier again. But this time, Uar does have his bottle back on his person and goes for the early arcanes as well. This is something we see Envy do a lot when he's playing the Naga Siren. But this does mean that he will not be getting that Radiance until 22 to 25 minutes. Maybe even later, depending on how the game goes. Swindle goes for a casual bracer. Might build that into a drum. See if he goes for that early Orchid or early Aghanim Scepter. Maybe just picks up the drums instead. They're rotating top. They're looking to try to find a gank. Fly with the telekinesis at the ready. No spell steal yet, but he's close to it. 1 creep wave and he's got it. That is a very early time Blade Mail for Clockwork. Mike's had a great game. 4 assists, 1 kill, 5 kill involvement. Pretty special so far. D-Ward from Whitebeard on that Observer. Well done. I'm not sure how they knew that was there, but that's a pretty important D-Ward. You look at the vision now. There is still some good vision coming out on the side of Complexity. Summer's Rift, they've got something down bottom, but that's it, really. No real vision in mid, no real vision top lane, top rune spot. They've got nothing going for them. Who's that? Dragon Slave? Pretty good spell to steal. It's no Laguna, but sometimes that's for the better when you're a Ruby. They're going to try to push this tier 1 tower for now. They'll back away. They still have that wave, or rather wall of replica. Vacuum level 2, so he's getting ready to fight. No mech. He goes for the early cloak, so might just be going for a casual Glimmer Cape. Anybody building mech on their side? No. Drum's done for Ziz. What's UR sitting at? 800 gold? Alright. Uh-oh. Hook shot. Mike's going to find a huge kill. That's going to be on Ziz. But here comes the side of Swindle. Sonic Wave doesn't blow up Mike yet. Dragon Slave. Laguna goes. Swindle. Now the wall of replica. Glimpse back in. Static Storm. That'll secure the kill on his Swindle. But here comes Z-Freak and Moonmeander. They'll turn it into a 2 for 2. A couple of those were track kills, I believe. Although they do bring down 2 of the most, if not the most important heroes on Complexity. They only lose the Lena Fort and, of course, the support Disruptor. But if you look at the gold exchange, still very even with track up. Still very even. That does mean more space created for Naga Siren, who's now up to 1,200 gold. And Fly is just sitting bottom, says, "Yeah, I'll take some room. Give me some of those creeps. It's fine." Working on that Yule Scepter. Brax, that's a free kill if he can finish that up. Z-Freak's nearby. Level 8 on him. Thinking about throwing out the track. They have a great observer ward that's being countered again by Whitebeard. He throws sentries all over the place just to keep his own jungle safe. And that's the problem right now for Yawar, is he doesn't have anywhere to farm, really. He has to head bottom. That's the safest place for him to farm at this point in the game. Can't farm his own jungle, that's for damn sure. Especially not if this tier 1 tower dies mid. Pretty big access point for Summer's Rift into their own jungle. They have to take control of their own jungle back if they want Yawar to really flourish in this game. It's just, it doesn't seem possible now with how much aggression is being dumped on them. Uh-oh, Ziz gonna get caught out again. Hookshot from Mike's Mike. They have the Laguna Blade up, and that'll secure the kill. That's another huge pick. Our Legal Scepter now picked up for the Queen of Pain. Rotation bottom from Z-Freak. No detection here. They have factory sentries on Demon. They have smoke as well if they need it. And now they're going to take the opposing tier 1 tower. TP not coming through from Complexity to defend this. They'll glyph it up, but this is assuredly dead. And Yawar will pick up the last hit. Got it. 2,200 gold. One Static Storm. Swindle in trouble. Beautiful play from Whitebeard, but there's the Yule Scepter. Cogs will be up like Striker Right. Swindle done so. Big glimpse. Level 4 glimpse. You can never count it out. Even if you're Queen of Pain, that Thunderstrike comes up and boom. You're donezo. And suddenly, look at this. Top 4 of net worth. 3 are on the side of Summer's Rift. However, this will change. Complexity to take down this tier 1 tower. Summer's Rift are fighting back. They're gaining control of their own jungle. Yawar is gaining control of the enemy jungle. He gets a Radiance. This game starts getting out of hand real quick. And Ziz is actually having trouble finding areas to farm. You look at his CS currently, and he's started to lag behind that of the Naga Siren. It's only going to get worse as the game progresses. Brax going to get caught up by Z-Freak. Shurikatos goes with the Urn on him, but with Treads, Brax is pretty tanky, so he's not too worried about it. He also had 7 wand charges, so he actually needed to fly to rotate it a bit earlier, but he wasn't there in time. The moving ward that is Z-Freak is providing them plenty of vision. And if you look at the vision, there is one observer ward here. That's for a sweep for some drift. Oh, God. You are, buddy. That's just not great. He walks right into a Sonic Wave. Smoke the seat. Mike looking for a hookshot target. Seal, Yule Scepter comes through. Vacuum wall, beautifully done from Moon. Now they have a great usage of that Mystic Flare, but now the hookshot has to finish him off. Wall's still doing a lot of work. Brax actually has to back away. Mike still wants to keep going, but now heading out. Looking for a TP. Vacuum not up and ready to go, so Mike is going to get away, and they find yet another kill on that Gyrocopter. Left defense top. They're going to rotate quickly as Fly. Well, it's just Fly. Never mind. They don't really care that much. They just want to get some farm. Yawar back into the fray. 2.6k gold in the bank. Still trying to hit that timing. Comes back onto Fly. He was staying in this position for a good couple of seconds here. Spell was stolen. That's a big steal for Fly. Meanwhile, Swing to Melons. Blinks up in 1. They have the Ancient Seal, but of course, the usage of that Yule Scepter will get it off. Yules is still up. Song will go first. Mike will probably go for battery, so if they have Hookshot, they use the Static Storm instead. Yules could go, and we'll keep him alive for the time being, but that means that Ancient Seal will be used and to grab this kill with the Ensnare is up now, and a couple more right clicks should do the job. Not to get comes back, but they will secure it. Great use of the call down, but no follow-up damage there. And they lose Swindle again. Hookshot catches Ziz in trouble. Mystic Flare with the Cogs, the classic combo. Ancient Seal just to round it out, and Demon gets a double kill. And Demon going to work. 3 dead on the map. You look at Z-Freak, wasn't anywhere near that engagement. Fly, just pushing top. Summer's Rift getting back on their feet. Knocking out to 3.3k.
Rock it on.
It's happening. That's all I can say. Clearly, it's happening. Summer's Rift are in a prime position. They've tied up the kill score 15 to 15. They were getting decimated early on in this game. Glyph will go in that tier 1 tower in the mid lane, but top is where Complexity are rotating towards. We'll lose that tier 1 mid for... Yawar doesn't pick up the last hit, but still gets the gold anyways. Obviously, getting the team gold is fine. You have to wonder what Brax is going to go for next. Z-Freak has been stifled at his next item. Guardian Greaves. Oh, God. Just walks right through a Sentry Ward. That might have just been the tail edge of it. Hook shot connects. Mike's going to find a target. It's going to be Fly. Welcome some back. Yule Scepter is going to go through from Brax to set up the LSA. He's going to hit it. Dragon Slave will fly. A couple more right clicks. That'll secure the kill. Double kill for Brax, who's dominating, by the way. So, Summer's Rift go to the enemy jungle, and they've done this about 3 or 4 times now. They don't find a single kill. They lose a couple of heroes, and their item progression is stifled. What once was a great lead for them now is turned into nothing in items. They've had these drums for Gyrocopter for the longest time. He doesn't have anything in the bank or in his stash. Moonmander is working on a 4 staff now at the very least, but he's not really been involved that much. Swindle is trying to get towards a Staff of Wizardry for whatever item he picks up. On the other side of things, Summer's Rift are starting to get their items. Radiance is coming. Jump in, Static Storm, Swindlemon still does have that Yule Scepter. Doesn't want to use it yet. Ancient Seal might go, and they will use it just the right time. Can use himself, but he just was out of time, honestly. There, he didn't have any real way to use that without dying. So they will pick up the kill. And another pick off on, once was the, I think, most farmed hero in the game, is now sitting 3rd in net worth. So what are we looking at here in terms of itemization? 4 staff already, plus a point booster for Mike. He's freaking rich on this Clockwork, man. That's something else. Whitebeard already has 2 components of his Academic Scepter. Brax is working on, I would imagine, an Academic Scepter for himself. And then, of course, you are building towards that Naga Siren Radiance. And then we already talked about the stifled itemization of Complexity. This game is really on Ziz, but he's just not finding the farm. He's gotten ganked multiple times. He's sitting underneath a ward here on the side of Summer's Rift. And he's going to walk deeper into the jungle. And if Mike finds him, it's a dead hero. He's even TPing top looking for this hook shot. The range isn't that long. It is level 2, but Mike should be able to find this. They've got the glimpse. Thunderstrike will go first. And Ziz, he knows he's in trouble. Kinetic Field's going to fly. Calldown's going to go, and that's only going to hurt him more as Mike pops the Blade Mail. He's dominating. Filthy rich Clockwork at this point. Yuara's like, you guys couldn't have waited for me. Yuara's actually he's got his Radiance at 21 minutes. So let me break this down for you. He went Arcanes, Bottle, Aquila, and has his Radiance at 21 minutes. Pretty good timing when you consider that he was getting ganked and roamed on pretty heavily. This game just got a lot easier for Summer's Rift. Got a lot harder for Complexity.
There it goes.
Ooh, the smoke. Fly. Looking for Ike's Mike. They do bring it to the high ground. Ancient Seal on the fly. Hook shot. That just destroys him. Vacuum ult, but only onto the 1. LSA onto 2. Moonmander taking the brunt of the Mystic Flare. Swindle still jumping in. Cogs would go trying to push them back. Mike takes a Shuriken Toss. Surge up and Swindle bounce. Still has that Sonic Wave. Mike has his Blade Mail in 1. Sonic Wave goes before that. Mike's still alive. Last right click, and that's a track kill. They needed something, and boy, did they find it. That will provide the mech now, and they can continue up here and look for these kills, but already backing away Summer's Rift. They'll make it towards their own base. 3.4k for Brax, by the way, still deciding on what item he wants to pick up. And finally, Complexity gets something that they can use. They pick up a kill, and now they'll grab a tier 1 tower bottom for the Queen of Pain after getting that track kill, which provides her up to 2.6k in gold. How do they deal with whatever Summer's Rift have? Mike is actually just decimating their entire lineup. He's going to go for the Aghanim Scepter. They want to fight, and they want to bring him down early on. Problem is he's getting silenced almost every single engagement. So he has to either time his Yules the right way, or be the one to initiate, or buy BKB. And then he doesn't have to worry about any of that. Assuming there's no Aghanim Scepter for the Disruptor, which is a bold assumption at this point, considering how this game's going. Not to mention, Demon getting an Atos is going to be pretty fantastic, but he's not anywhere close to that. He only has a casual vitality booster for now. Ziz is working on his BKB. He gets that item, and suddenly this game gets a bit easier. He'll still get locked into place with a hookshot or an ensnare, obviously, but there's not much right-click yet for Summer's Rift. And, of course, Yuara is going to be the main facilitator of that later on down the road, but he's not at that point. And Aghanim Scepter is now done after that 1 kill. Complexity should feel pretty comfortable now, but however, Z-Freak might get caught. They don't have the vision. Spell stolen. Fly's going to get brought back. There's the Static Storm. Doesn't connect. Fly's able to walk out of it. Ancient Seal, he actually gets Glimmer Caped. I think that's by Moonmander. TP coming through, but no. Swindle cancels it with the Yule Scepter, and Hero Whitebeard should be dead here. No problem. TP from Demon, he'll make it out, but they do end up losing one particular hero. Mike is actually still tracked up. They won't be able to chase him down, but now Complexity finding their feet as you are still not able to really fight. It's only 24 minutes into the game. There it is. He's been holding on to his money for so long, I was wondering what he'd be buying. He's very close to level 16, and at that point, 950 pure damage will blow up just about anybody. There's some tanky heroes. You get one right click and Z-Freak's dead, essentially. And a couple, maybe a Dragon Slave on Darkseer, he'll fall quickly, and then obviously Fly is going to get one shot, no issues there. But Swindle and Z-Freak, or rather Swindle and Ziz, are the two biggest issues. Some casual low ground farming. I like it. No Roches have been taking it. 25 minutes in. Neither team has a particularly good Roshing lineup, to be fair. Complexity a little bit easier for them than I think for Summer's Rift. There is some right click coming out from Brax with his Fiery Soul, but Yawar is just not there yet. Puts down his energy booster now, or rather he disassembles his arcane boots and grabs on the energy booster as a casual pick-me-up. He has his boots of travel. And they're going to start splitting the map up. So I think Summer's Rift are okay with losing a couple heroes or losing a couple of trades here or there, as long as they're not losing their entire lineup. And as long as Yawar is farming. That's, I think, the most important thing. Him dying is pretty devastating at this point. Complexity, they want to put the pressure on, though. They know they have this early game advantage. LSA is not going to connect. Brax will back away. He's going to get Shuriken Toss. He'll use himself up first. Swindle has his ready to go if necessary. Blink in. Decides against it. Hero, Whitebeard can glimpse him back if they wanted to. Decided he will go for it. Static Storm on the deck, and now Laguna comes through. Dragon Slave. Glimmer Cape will not save him. Just getting too aggressive there. Now the hookshot Z-Freak gets forced away out of the Mystic Flare. Well played there coming from Fly. Vacuum Wall, but it's a bit too late coming on Complexity's side. Call down just to zone the Mountain Fly. Hightailing it out of there. Glimpse back in one. They have got the Flare. They've got the Vision. They'll bring it back in. Kinetic Field doesn't connect. They don't need it. Battery Assault going in. They've got Cogs in 1 second. Force, and they grab him. Fly. No Force Staff for himself. Blade Mail goes in. Ancient Seal. Dunzo. Demon dominating yet again. 3 down for Complexity. All the meanwhile, they find a Song target with Moonmander who's trying to get out of there. So Yules himself, I think that might have been Brax's Yules, actually. And they grab the kill with a Light Strike Ray. That's 4 for nothing. They didn't get anything for Complexity. And Summer's Rift taking it to them right now. 2,000 gold for Yawar. How much money did they gain? All right. Fight recap. Good work there, buddy. Look at this net worth. They had a 5,000 net worth lead at one point for Complexity. This is with a bounty hunter with track. And Summer's Rift making it look easy now, 27 minutes into the game. Oh, the casual Sonic Wave, blow up Creep Wave. Only 40-second cooldown, why not? I think Spindelmelons really needs BKB. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ziz is already on the way towards his, and that's fine. But Swindle's really the front liner. He wants to be up and close, and he wants to be able to blow these heroes up rather quickly, and he's just not doing that. He's been caught too many times. This Disruptor pickup for Whitebeard has been outstanding. Really on point. BKB now done for the Gyrocopter. Blink on the other side for Brax. Yeah, a BKB for Swindle would go a mile. Z-Freak. Hook shot will find Swindlemelons. Cock push there. They need a Static Storm. They need a Glimpse now. They'll find it. Static Storm might be coming on the backside. He's got no blink for 2. Throws up the Sonic Wave. Now, this is a pretty short cooldown. On the other side, Z-Freak was looking to back around and try to find a flank, but can't actually find one. They don't know that he's there. Tracks up. Now they know he's there. Do they have detection is the real question. Oh, Kinetic Field. They know exactly where he is. Dust does catch. Z-Freak is going to try to TP away. Battery Assault will not grab him. Mike not close enough to hit it. Good try there. Summer's Rift might have to invest in a gem here at some point in the near future. But they're just starting to get on their feet in terms of their own itemization. And, oh, Whitebeard's so close to the Aghanim Scepter. Same could be said for Mike as well.
Rock it on.
Demon almost Getting up his Rod of Atos. Already a Yasha for Yuar. I don't know what else to say. This is trouble for Complexity. The thing is, Moonmanor has been hitting these amazing vacuum walls, but his team's usually dead or not fighting at that period of time. So it doesn't matter how you hit them. Your team needs to be alive. But if they can have everyone alive for Complexity, hit a big wall vacuum, call down, Sonic Wave, they have the team fight to take this game. There are no BKBs on the map for Summer's Rift. They are pretty tanky throughout the regular items that they have. But there's a definite possibility that they can take a team fight if Summer's Rift botches it.
Do it with flair.
And now you are posturing around Roche. And he's going to get his Octarine Core next as well. He's pretty much got it with the exception of the Mystic Staff. And he's not that far away from me considering how quickly he farms. YOLO smoke gank from Complexity into their own jungle. They have vision of a couple of heroes. Mike and Demon clearly visible. Hero might not be. They're going to walk in. Vacuum wall onto 2. BKB pop resist, but the Laguna Blade blows him up. Sonic Waves is not dead yet. Nor is Brax. Pops the haste rune. He's pretty quick. Shadow Strike won't slow him down. Song going to reset the fight. It will. Eul Scepter from Swiddle to catch Brax out. Brax needs to regen. They might just leave altogether. Well, they'll try to. I'm not sure if they'll make it away. Eul Scepter avoids the Shadow Strike, but Brax is about to die here. Blinks away at a beautiful time. LSA to just try to get through the trees a bit further. They might not pick up a single kill here for Complexity. That would be disastrous. Can't find a single hero. Are you kidding me? Great engagement. They can't find anybody. That's a vacuum wall expended, call down, use, Sonic Wave use, nothing. Can't find a single goddamn thing in the map. That's got to be super frustrating if you're Complexity. So close. So close to at least one hero there. Yuar comes in with a great Song of the Siren to counteract it. And Octarine gets closer and closer. 1,000 gold away for Yuar, and he should be able to grab that in no time flat. They're going to find Fly, Eul Scepter, LSA is going to go, but Mystic Flare was, or rather Ancient Seal was stolen. Compressor Shot, Z-Freak doesn't have his BKB up for 5 seconds. Glimmer Cape will go. Now Hook Shot into Fly. That's going to secure the kill more than likely, but they want Ziz, and they might get him. They go back, BKB. There's the Laguna, though. Blows him up while TPing away, and Brax will secure the double kill for himself. And now they have complete map control. They've got time to Roche, and that seems to be what they're going to go for. Mike will finally finish up his Aghanim Scepter, and as if the game wasn't hard enough, they're also going to have, probably after this Roche, or at least very soon, Whitebeard having his own Aghanim Scepter. And they, I mean, like, if they just can get one team fight with, like, 3 track kills in that team fight, they'd be probably back in the game. Just can't grab that team fight, though. They had a chance at that bottom engagement. But there it is. There's one Aghanim Scepter. Octarine now done. They pick up a gem coming out for the Darkseer, so they really want some vision. Whitebeard. 50 gold away. And he's got it. He's going to walk home and he'll have his Aghanim Scepter. Forget your baby now. If they find you before that, you're donezo. This game is going to try to... I think Summer's Rift are going to pick up the pace and trying to finish this game off here in the next, 10, 15 minutes, if they can. The Complexity are just a bit thinking, well, what do we do here in this situation? Swiddle building towards either Octarine or, of course, the big old Scythe Slice. Both are fine items. Or Shiva's Guard, by the way, too, could work, but... I think it's probably a Scythe in this game. They have to have some extra lockdown because Summer's Rift are clearly very slippery. Oh boy. This doesn't look good. Fly already knows. Fly TP's away. And Z-Freak's like, I'm out of here. Hookshot misses. Yuar does have a gem on him, by the way. So gem on either side. Guardian Greaves now done, so that's a pretty big item for Z-Freak.
Regeneration!
Time to group up. Smoke a deceit. Smoke and to counter smoke. They've drawn the line. They know there is a ward there. They do not want to deward it. Fly pings just saying, listen, they might be nearby. But as it stands right now, they just might pass by each other like two ships in the night. Ooh, they're going for the complete wraparound on the side of Summer's Rift. But instead, they back up. They got a good idea of where they are. Song will start things off, and Brax is going to get ready to go with an LSA and Swindamelon. Static Storm first and foremost. No BKB, no Yules available now, and he's just done. Swindamelons will fall first. Guardian Greaves will keep him alive. Meanwhile, they take down Demon Mike, just going to work a Moon Meander. Vacuum Wall onto Mike, then forces himself out. Moon's so low. Glimpse back in. I don't know what happened there. I think he got forced away. Hookshot will secure the kill. Yules now will find Ziz. Up in the air, LSA, Rocket Barrage going, but it's just not enough, and he's done. 4-for-1 exchange. Demon more than happy with how that turned out. Now Yawara's going to TP bottom, put some pressure on the tier 2 while the rest of his team heads to the top tier 2 tower. Split pushes it up and goes to work. It's just not looking great for Complexity. And they still have the Aegis as well for Brax. Yawara will grab the first tier 2. Brax will clear up the creep wave top lane. There are a couple heroes that are respawning here in just a moment, but Brax working on this. Bot's up in right now, actually. War could TP top if he wanted to, but he's going to let Brax do all the grunt work. He might not be able to grab this tier 2 tower. They can glyph this, I think, and it'll stay alive. Yeah, there's the glyph, and he blinks himself away. They'll deny it. Either way, they take 2 tier 3 towers off the back end of a huge team fight. That's going to give them a 7,500, almost 10k gold advantage. With the Naga Siren on their team, mind you. Almost 10k experience advantage. Now you're just going for luxury items for Mike. I mean, you have a Force, you have a Blade Mail, you have an Aghanim Scepter. What's your next item? What do you realistically go for?
And it's
Manta now done for the Naga Siren, so casual, standard Naga Siren progression. And on the other side, Complexity are just trying to find whatever they can. Map control is starting to dwindle. It's a pretty big far cry from what we saw earlier on in the game when they had the entire map control. You know, the jungle was taken control of pretty effectively by Complexity. Bloodstone for Brax, definite possibility. Octarine's also in the cards. He has to go for it. I don't think he's having any advantage. Maybe a little bit. He's got some decent regen. Blinks up to the tier 3 tower. It's been aggressive. There's no tier 2s left. Buyback status, what's it looking like? They only have the Queen of Pain buyback available. They want to finish this now. Brax does not have his Aegis anymore. No, he still does. It's going to get reclaimed now. So I spoke a bit too soon. Riptide equipped for creep waves and anyone that's nearby, but the Naga Siren illusions just go to work. They're going to find Z-Freak. Yules will go through. He's going to Guardian Greaves, but he's done. He does get one track off and his Janata proc before dying, but I mean, he can't do anything. He's just too far out. The gem's still up on the side of Summer's Rift. It's on Yawar, obviously. And the push is still going strong. Tier 3 tower. This might be the last gasp for Complexity. I think they're trying to creep cut with Swindle. He's going to buy his Octarine core, then maybe head back home. He's going to have to TP to do so. He's not going to creep cut. Melee Rack's in trouble. Glyph's still not there. Glyph's back on Swindle. He's all the way back at the secret shop, and now he has to think about maybe creep cutting. Do I go back home? Do I walk back? It's going to be too late. The Melee Rax is just done. LSA, so the Fiery Soul is there. They're going to walk in. Vacuum Wall only onto Demon. Yawar Song. He's going to try to just catch out Ziz and snare him up and right-click him down. And now you can see they have to break out the Song. Static Storm still goes. Ziz will take the brunt of the damage. This won't kill him, but it'll be close. Glimmer Cape's going to keep him alive. They don't finish off the Melee Rex. Instead, they find Swindle on the backside. He won't have buyback. He just bought the Octarine core. And that's it. That is GG. Oh, what was a great start for Complexity turns into multiple misplays, and Summer's Rift, who were definitely the underdogs in this series, take the first game of this best of 3 in surprising fashion. It is only game 1, but God, Summer's Rift trounced them, man. it didn't look close after that 20-minute mark. They just held on, made sure, okay, we know what we have to do. Let's have Mike create space with the clockwork, which he did beautifully, and Whitebeard might be my MVP with the static storms that he hit. Just really solid team play coming up from Summer's Rift. For complexity, they got to change some things up. I'm not sure what it is, but after that 10-15 minute mark, they got to get something going, and that clearly wasn't it. And this is with a Queen of Pain, a Gyrocopter, a Bounty Hunter. You couldn't ask for a better draft for complexity. With that being said, this is just the first game of this best-of-3 series between the two. Here for BTS Americas, presented by Squarespace, this is the semifinals. With that being said, my name is Maut. Hopefully Dakota will be back with me in just a moment here. Hopefully his internet is fixed. I'm not sure if it actually is. I'll definitely be here for game number 2. So, guys, stick around. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be right back.
Are you an esports fan? Prove your knowledge.